Hello everyone and welcome back to Skies of Arcadia. Last time we sailed around, gathered a few ship crewmates, and now I have a random battle to cut. As I was saying, we got some crew members. Now it's time to head south to the town of Esperanza. I think there's a discovery along the side. Star Sand! I'll be right back. It's a new discovery. I don't think there's a Sailor's Guild in Esperanza. It's right here. Sorry. So I forgot to teach Enrique his first special move, Royal Blade. It's pretty much just a decent Cutlass Fury. Like, it's a little unfair to say that because Enrique plays differently than Vise. He has a different sort of purpose. He's not the super damage dealer. But, whoops. He has some things that go for him. Also, that Star Sand was only worth 10 gold because you can access this from like the second you get down here. And I just never did because I always forget about it. But anyway, here we go, through here. We're now near Esperanza and that weird dark sky rift. I think this is Esperanza. Is it called Esperanza? I forget. If I can turn around. Yeah, Esperanza. Spanish sounding name for a Spanish colony, because that's what Valua is based off of. That sky rift looks worse than any of the others. Yeah, that ominous thing I pointed out is ominous as fuck. If we tried to power our way through it, I think the Dolphinus would get ripped to pieces. But if we don't go through there, we won't be able to reach Yafutoma. Isn't there something we can do? Enrique, are you feeling any better? No, to be completely honest, I feel awful. Why don't you guys take a look around the city? I don't think it would be wise for me to move in my condition. I'll stay here and look after Enrique. Alright, Aika, let's go check out the city. Someone here has to know how to get to Yafutoma. I'm gonna let this music play for a minute. Just because it sets the tone here. For the sad tone that it is, the song that plays here in Esperanza is a standout song for me. Because this song tells a story, and it's not a happy one. And I think that's what works with it. Oh. Right. So there are some things to explore here. Got a few buildings. I've already gone into one. Nothing there. There are some NPCs. I'm not going to talk to all of them because that would take forever. But pretty much the deal with Esperanza is everyone's hopes and dreams here died. Like, everyone here has given up. It's actually super real. Because I know there are places where it's just, like, as big the joke as it is. And, abandon all hope, ye who enter here. It's not a happy place. Have some people who just work to give themselves something to do. Others wallow in self-pity and have given up almost entirely. It's quite honestly, the reason I like this is because it feels realistic for the context of this game, where this was a budding place to live. There were a lot of people whose hopes were riding on this apparent new land that everyone wanted to get in on. And even here, like this cannon that we're near, Vice just said it would probably explode if it was fired. It was so poorly maintained. Because what's the point? This is a dark city. This is another side of the horrible group of people the Valuan ruling classes. Because they just abandoned this place. They abandoned its people. While there is a model limit for this game, just because of the era it came out in. It came out on the Dreamcast originally. To have a bunch of high-quality models would take up too much space. It is implied that there are quite a few people here. Too many, almost, to make sense for abandoning it. Yeah. Like, this is the place those who fail come to, because they can be around other people who failed, and they don't have to feel... They don't have people telling them to just pick themselves back up and try again. It's really depressing. And that's kind of what I like about it. It's a contrast. Hey, a moonberry! It's a huge contrast to the rest of the game so far, where, yeah, there have been dark tones, but nothing as obvious as this. Yeah, let's hit that. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. Not 9, not 9. Ugh. Ah. So many nice things. So, here's what I'm going to be recommending you buy here for the Dolphinus. You want to buy at least one torpedo. You want to buy a Pyron figure. Equip that. A compound deck. And I can't buy anything else. Okay, so let's sell some stuff. Okay, see, I think... Okay. We can always come back here. This town is never locked out. Also, that merchant's cool. So, yeah, this is Esperanza, and while there's not really a reason to come back, it is a town I like, and I've said this a lot, but this is a sticking point for me. I hit that on the ladder. I forgot you can hit the menu on the ladder. You want to explore everything here, though. Come on. There we go, baby. Oh, that sham. You want to explore everything just because there are hidden items and goodies around, and it's not too big, so it's not that bad to find everything. And hey, we're out here. Hey, gold. But this game, oh gosh. This game is just the closest thing I think an RPG has ever come to being a masterpiece. And I know that's blasphemous to say. Like, it's not my favorite RPG, but it's really high up there. And I still maintain it's good. And I've said it about basically every town now, except Horteca. But this is a great town in terms of world building. Because a place like this can exist, especially with the Valuan Empire. Wait. Here's the bar. So, you know the old RPG staple of talk to everyone? That's this town. To find out what you need to do, you do need to talk to everyone. I'm skipping to the guy you're meant to talk to because it's important. You know what Esperanza really means? It means hope. Hopeful sailors from all over are gathered here to try and get to the east. And now the city is filled with nothing but despair. Oh, the irony. Talk to her. I left Maramba with the sailor I was in love with. We were planning on moving to a country east of here. But we heard that the dark rift is impossible to cross, and he changed. And then one day he met another girl and disappeared. He didn't even bother to say goodbye. I was foolish. I fell for such a childish man and threw away a good life. And now, the man we're supposed to talk to, the only one with a unique model. You're not from around here, are ya? Actually, we just came into town and we're wondering if someone here could help us. So you came to me, well, that's just great. By the way, the name is Dawn. Now ask me your question and be on your way. You know that sky rift to the east? How do you get through it? So, you're looking for a way to cross the dark rift, eh? So the world is still full of fools. What? Are you kids serious? You're trying to cross the dark rift? They don't stand a chance. Somebody better tell their parents where they are. Kid, that's no ordinary sky rift. During the war, this cape was discovered, then this city was built. This place is the edge of the world. If you try to go any further east, you'll be killed. Hundreds of men, good men, have died trying. But there's always a few fools that don't heed the warnings. The Dark Rift usually claims them all. Some of the best sailors from all over the world try to cross the Dark Rift. They came from everywhere. One by one, they tried to pass through the Dark Rift. All of them failed. The ships that enter the Dark Rift are either pushed away by the winds, or they get sucked in, never to return. My crew and I lost our ship. We were lucky to survive. After a while, sailors stopped coming. All we do now is sit around here and wait to die. Some things are just impossible, kid. Why don't you just go back to wherever you came from and have your mommy tell you bedtime stories? What's wrong with you people? You've thrown your lives away. Don't you care about anything? Vise, let's go. We're just wasting our time here. Thanks for telling me about the Dark Rift. Before I go, I just want to say I've never met a more pitiful bunch in my life. If you lose sight of one dream, replace it with another. Think about how much you could have accomplished in the time you've spent here. Just because you couldn't cross the Dark Rift, are you going to sit here for the rest of your life? Because you tried something once and failed, are you going to throw the rest of your life away? There's a whole world out there to see. Don't you have any desire to sail again? Fina, what is it? Vise, Aika, come to the port quickly. The Armada is coming. What? What are they doing here? Aika, let's move. We should hurry back to the port. That scene is another reason why I like Esperanza. That scene is what takes Vise to a more hopeful character and turns him into a sort of realistic optimist. Like, yes, you can sit and be sad. You can. It's okay to be sad about failing. But you shouldn't just focus on that one failure and never try anything again. If you do that, then you really are hopeless. And there is a difference between giving up. I'm going to say that now because what I said could be really badly interpreted. What I mean by that is, if you give up, it is different than not being able to. There are people who are unable to do certain things. They are not pitiable because they can't do those things. But if you try once and give up, that is failure to me. That is true failure. Trying once, saying, I can't do this based on this one try, and then focusing on that one failure for the rest of your life. That's what I view out of this scene as Vise being, yeah, that's pitiable. Anyway, let's talk to Enrique. Vise, you're back. I think you need to see this. This ship design's awesome. The Origa. I don't know how to pronounce that word. That huge armored ship belongs to Admiral Gregorio. Gregorio is the best defensive tactician in the Gregorio is the best defensive tactician the Valuan Armada has ever seen. They even nicknamed him Iron Wall. Interesting. He's forming a blockade around the town. Prince Enrique! I've come on behalf of Admiral Gregorio. He has an urgent message for you. I see. Well done. I hope my prince finds himself in good health. I heard that you had a change of heart, or were perhaps brainwashed by the air pirates. Empress Theodora has sent me to escort my prince back to Valua so that he may recover. If my prince refuses to comply, my ships will regrettably begin firing upon the city tomorrow at noon. Your humble servant, Gregorio. Uncle Gregorio is asking me to surrender. Uncle? Oh, Gregorio was an admiral in the Armada even before my father passed away. He helped raise me when I was growing up. He's always been like an uncle to me. I know that he doesn't want to fight, and he really does want me to surrender. But I can't go back. Not after everything they've done. Even if it means I have to fight him. Enrique? Let's rest up for tomorrow. Gregorio is the most honorable man that I've ever met. He won't break his word. I understand. We should rest on land tonight and keep you off the ship until tomorrow. The last thing you need is for your uncle to see you throwing up over the railing in the heat of battle. Great. Now you're starting to sound just like Aika. I'm sorry, come on. Let's stay at the inn tonight. We're gonna need our rest. So, if it isn't clear, we have a boss fight coming up. So, despite all my ramblings, I'm welcome to Esperanza. We'll be seeing this town next time as we go and fight Enrique's uncle, Gregorio. Be sure to save, hit that like button, leave a comment down below about your favorite, not sympathetic antagonist, but antagonist who's genuinely just still a decent person. And I will see you next time. So, let's let the good times roll.